Well, let us move on to some news of the week. And, if you know anything about celebrity gossip, you probably know what story we're going to start with. And you might have heard a little bit. This is the Ben and Jen wedding episode of the Hot Hollywood podcast, guys. It really, really is. Ben and Jen married last week in the Las Vegas chapel where Britney Spears married Jason Alexander. I think Kourtney Kardashian, Travis Barker.
They were a different one, Kravis.
Oh, so Kravis had a different Elvis impersonator drive-through optional wedding chapel.
There's several of them in Vegas.
But it is the same one as Britney and Jason Alexander. So hopefully that's not a sign of what's to come.
Great. And they did not go through the drive-through because they're a VIP. Jennifer Lopez used the break room as a changing room to get out of her Zahir Murad dress that she was wearing and change into a dress that we still can't figure out what movie she was saving this for. Ben got dressed in the men's bathroom for this. We know J-Lo's kids were there. It was just, the pictures made me so happy. And of course, J-Lo was pushing that newsletter, honey. So that is where all the details are coming out of.
J-Lo. But I thought the dress she was wearing, the first dress with the no sleeves, was from the movie, and the second dress with the sleeves is not from a movie, and that's more recent.
Right. The dress with the sleeves is the Zahir Murad. It was just a Zahir Murad dress that was lent to her for whatever. The sleeve.
She wore that in Marry Me, I think, actually.
I thought that the sleeveless dress was from Marry Me.
No one can figure out where it's from because
no one can figure out where it's from.
It might have been like a dress that was part of the Marry Me production that just didn't wind up in the movie.
Yeah, but she said an old movie. I think it's from even early 2000s. Some people think it's from Jersey Girl, and the scene in Jersey Girl they cut out of her and Ben Affleck getting married because they broke up in real life. But then other people claim to find that scene and don't think the neckline matches up. Maybe she's just lying to us to try to sound relatable because she brought two dresses to a Vegas wedding chapel. But I digress.
No.
People wear multiple wedding dresses these days here and here, and some brides wear 4 or 5.
In Vegas for your low-key wedding?
Yeah.
Listen, all I can say to you guys is that what she posted on her Instagram, her whole thing about, love is patient, love is kind. And maybe if you wait long enough, you'll find yourself at a drive-through at midnight, and I was super emotional. I truly felt super emotional, which is an interesting thing, right? I was kind of why do I feel so emotional about this? But I feel like I was not alone with those feelings. I've heard that from a lot of people this week. So there's something about this romance being rekindled 20 years later. And, listen, I think that the smartest thing they did was to just do that. It was sort of unexpected right after Kourtney and Travis got married in Vegas. And they just sort of led their own narrative. And that's what celebrities do now, especially if they want you to go sign up for their newsletter. highly, highly monetizing. The thing that really stuck out for me is that her kids were there, but Ben Affleck's adorable children were not. And of course,
we don't know. I don't know if we know if they were.
I
don't
know
they don't
that.
share photos of them. So maybe they just cut them out of the newsletter, because she does say we have 5 wonderful children at the end.
But they do have 5 wonderful children. I'm just wondering.
I do think his kids were there and they just didn't release the photos because they don't do
so
photos
too.
of them.
Did Jennifer Garner know that they were going to do this? That's what I want to know.
Yes.
I also I'm of the a little less emotional standpoint, and this is great and all, and it's been a really fun thing to watch. But I don't have faith, you guys, because I think Jennifer Gardner, first of all, this whole, waiting around for each other narrative, don't love it when you did have kids with other people, and justice for Jennifer Gardner, who drove you through the freaking drive-through on your way to rehab and cleaned you up and made sure that you were in the best shape of your life for Jennifer Lopez. Thank you very much. I know he didn't say that, and she did. But what if this what if, I'm not wishing a relapse on Ben or anything, but it's been a messy couple decades in between the two J-Lo relationships. And I don't know. I think getting married again.
I sort of read the whole thing as life gets in the way, but love wins. I don't know. I think it's a very, maybe I'm a sucker, you guys, but I felt that post was sort of authentic. And
me too.
I don't know. I
do think doing it this way, even though it's trendy, because like everyone's doing it this way, does make it a little more like.
They sort of solidified the trend. I don't think it was trendy before.
Well, like Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner did it. Travis.
I forgot about that.
David Harbour. There's actually a lot of people in the last couple of years.
Right,
I think
you're right.
partly
Lily
COVID.
Allen.
And people getting married in Europe, so they just like get married in Vegas for fun. So like they're definitely not the first, but it is wild that they did because they're like the A-list of the A-list, and not having this like over the top wedding makes me think, okay, they just wanted to be married. I'm just thinking like 10 years down the line, will they still be married? I certainly don't know.
We don't know that for anybody. We don't know if who is going to stay married next year or in 10 years or whenever. And I think that's okay. Like, they're going to have a wedding. Like they are going to have a party, and I need them to do that because I need to see all of the fashion and the dresses and everything that everybody wears. So they better do that at some point. I loved the woman who was like, you know, the witness who, I mean, she wasn't like the technical witness for their wedding, but she was also she was online waiting to get married. And like, you know, people were just like, oh my God. Like they're Jennifer Lopez. Like I don't know. I
think they're together forever.
Oh wow.
In Vegas. I've been backstage with her there, like in the bowels of. It just felt to me like I loved it.
I also want them to have
so unexpected
the big party because I know we've heard that they are, because I want to see who's there. Yeah. Like, do any exes make the cut? Like, who is like in
Chris Judd?
Who is
first
in
row.
Chris Judd? Who is in like Bennifer 2.0's inner circle? Like besides Leah Remini, I don't really know. Matt Damon still, but I feel like there's a lot of like interesting things we probably don't know. And if like all the kids are there, I know they don't want to share pictures, but if it's like
Ellen will definitely be there.
Yeah.
I think they're together for a long time. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because her hair and makeup and smile and inner soul look so cute in the photos.
Her hair looked great.
Oh, amazing.
Good
Her
job,
hair looked like the perfect. It's the kind of hair that I wish everyone would wear for their wedding.
It's like you're never going to look back and regret that.
Right. Yeah. Right. No updo. You need a half updo and you need your texture to look amazing. And of course, Chris Appleton was there. I heard him in the video that she posted.
He posted videos too.
Talk about it. But, you know, it was fabulous. It was fabulous.
Yeah. Thank you to Chris Appleton, because he's the one who posted the video of her in the sleeveless white dress, asking her about the motivation behind it. He's like the reason that we even have that little tidbit. And just to see her talking about anything on her special day was so adorable, because she just looks so cute. And I agree with Sarah that Ben Affleck has had a messy couple of decades. So I'm a little worried, but if anybody can get anyone together, it's Miss Jennifer Lopez.
It's also, Jennifer Garner got it together for her.
She did. Yeah.
But I think it's also interesting because J-Lo shares a lot. Like she always has, like, and her kids have always been public. I know they like even perform with her, Emmy, but like J-Lo is posting the videos, J-Lo sending a newsletter, and like Ben Affleck's like, he was there. Like, it's just kind of interesting. I don't know.
But that's also like, I don't know. I have a lot of friends who are in relationships where one person in the relationship posts about it and the other one doesn't. You're sort of just not high profile on social media. It's just sort of not their thing. I mean,
I am in one of those relationships.
Really? Yeah, I feel like you and your fiance Travis post a lot together.
He has 3 posts on Instagram total.
Yeah, he's not very active on the gram.
He has 3 posts in the last 10 years. So it's a little bit of a discrepancy between us. He's done 4 stories since we've been together. So it's a big deal, those 4 stories. Well, we're all happy for them. Sarah is trepidatious because she is team Jennifer Garner. We get it.
I love Jen Garner too.
Yeah, and she did the work to get him to rehab, and we are hearing from sources that they will have a bigger wedding at his property in Georgia. It is on a tiny little island. We heard it's his, quote, slice of heaven. We hear that that is going to be the likely place that they will have their second ceremony, not LA. It'll be at this beautiful property in Savannah. And I mean, they're definitely going yachting in the Mediterranean for their honeymoon because that's how they like it.
They are headed to Italy in the next couple of weeks because J-Lo is the performer at the UNICEF Gala, which is in late July on Capri. it's taking all of my willpower not to go to Capri for a long weekend simply to see her perform and see those two like walking about town, you know, in their cute clothes. But it could still happen, guys. It could still happen.
Hey everyone, I'm Christina Garibaldi, the host of Us Weekly Celebrity Coverage. Don't forget to hit subscribe for the latest celebrity news, tips, and video. And for much more content, make sure you head on over to usmagazine.com, the official home of Us Weekly magazine.